Hello and welcome to our Colorado Early Colleges Castle Rock informational meeting. This meeting will be posted on our website and our YouTube channel. Although you will not be able to ask questions during this time, please feel free to reach out to us through our website. We look forward to hearing from you. With that, we'll go ahead and get started in our presentation. During today's presentation, we'll go ahead and cover a variety of topics. We'll start with the history and authorization of our program. We'll follow that up by discussing our mission, our model, mission, and guiding principles. From there, we'll get into our college and career opportunities, then discuss our academic program and curriculum, talk about academic advising, campus life and community, the graduation process, and our enrollment process. Before we get into our formal presentation, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Corey Harbor. I'm the head of school at CEC Castle Rock. I'm originally from a very small town in Dwight, Illinois. As you can see here on the map, about an hour south of the Chicagoland. I'm a three-time graduate of Missouri State University and was a student athlete during that time. And the reason I tell you about my student athlete background is because that's often how I view the world, and leadership is through the lens of that student athlete background. After graduating Missouri State University, I've spent over 10.5 years in higher education administration at the university level. That background includes work in student affairs, academic advisement, Division I athletics, leadership and career development, project and program management, and student recruitment. I like to view myself and my philosophies centered around servant leadership, growth-mindedness, a strong team orientation, and I consider myself performance-driven. So it's a little bit about me, and I would like to get back to the presentation and continue on. So a little bit about our CEC network. I want to spend some time just to take a moment to review our history. As many of you know, CEC has been around for a number of years and started in 2007 by Colorado Senator Keith King. Keith King started in 2007 our Colorado Springs campus. Since then, we are now headed up by our executive administrator, Sandy Brown, who oversees the whole CEC network in all of our schools. Since 2007, we've had a lot of growth, as you can see, beginning in 2012 with the establishment of our Fort Collins school, really beautiful facility. We encourage you to look into that school as well. We expanded in Fort Collins into Fort Collins Middle School, and our introduction into CEC Douglas County was back in 2015 with the establishment of our Parker School. In 2017, we implemented the Aurora campus. And then most recently here in 2019, the Fort Collins and Windsor middle schools. Coming up here in 2020, in the fall of 20 school year, we will open the doors to our Castle Rock and our new campus in Inverness. So just a quick history lesson about CEC network as we've grown, and we've had the opportunity to really have a lot of success over the past 13, 14 years now. Well, I want to take a moment to introduce our CEC Douglas County leadership team. We are headed up by Dr. Alex Toole, who will oversee all operations at a high level at the Parker campus, Inverness campus, and our Castle Rock campus. As you can see here, we have Dr. Jay Egger, the head of school at CEC Inverness. You see myself there at the head of school of Castle Rock. We also have supporting us a great team of leaders, starting with Dr. Betsy Bash, Director of Health and Exceptional Student Services, Shannon Miles, our Director of Admissions, Mandy Jamison, who's our Registrar on campus, and Wendy Rhodes, the Dean of Academic and Career Advising at Inverness. We'd love to get into our mission statement and really tell you what we're trying to do as an organization, what value we're trying to provide our students and families. So our mission statement, and I'll go ahead and read that to you, although you can see it on your screen. It reads, all students, regardless of background or skill level, will have the opportunity to pursue a growth mindset that will allow them to achieve mastery and will demonstrate that they can succeed in high school, in college, and in their chosen career. No exceptions, no excuses. And we really try to live out that mission through our cultural values. As you can see here, CEC Castle Rock cultural values are really embedded within the network, and we've taken what the network has already established and put our little twist on it in terms of, these are what's going to be important in the type of cultural support and culture we want to create in our Castle Rock school. But ultimately, we want our culture to reflect a strength-based, growth-minded, student support-centered, high-integrity educational institution. So I want to break that down briefly. Strength-based essentially means we want to help our students identify their natural talents and abilities that make them unique. We believe that all individual human beings have a natural way of thinking and feeling and natural skills that they inherently have a natural aptitude for. So we want to identify those for our students, our faculty, and our staff. Not only do we want to identify them, we want to help develop those skills and ultimately maximize those skills and turn that into a successful academic and professional career. We also believe heavily in the growth mindset, and the growth mindset is based in Carol Dweck's research out of Stanford University a few years back, and ultimately we want to create the non-academic skills, the character development skills in our students, and help develop those things like perseverance, grit, effort, a process-oriented view about their academic career. And ultimately, we want our students to pursue mastery. And so having a growth mindset and knowing that the process of getting better is indeed an actual process really helps our students pursue mastery in a healthy and happy way. We're also heavily involved as a student support focused institution in that we provide individualized academic and career planning, academic tutorial and support, and we are heavily invested in our students' leadership development and provide student organizations, which we'll talk more about. But being a rigorous academic institution, we want to support our students, regardless of where our students are coming in academically. We're there to support them. We're not there to just not only provide the setting for their education, but we're there to help them through that process. And then also we consider ourselves a very high integrity organization and really value accountability, responsibility, service, respect, honesty, and maybe most of all, gratitude. We really believe having an outlook of gratitude promotes a wellness, a very healthy mental wellness culture within our school. So we'll talk more about our cultural values as we continue on in our conversation, because we really believe this is the foundation to a healthy, happy, and academically driven educational experience. At this point, you might be thinking, what is CEC? And so I'll just go ahead and read what we are at the top here, at the top of the slide. So CEC is a tuition-free, open enrollment public charter high school that provides its students an opportunity to pursue an associate's degree while pursuing their high school diploma for free. We pay for tuition, fees, and textbooks. We are authorized by the Charter School Institute, which is an independent agency of CDE. So to break that down a little bit, we are a tuition-free, so a free open enrollment. We are public, so we accept everybody, public school. We are charter, not a district school. We are not, as you can see on the left-hand side here, we are not affiliated with the Douglas County School District. Although we do reside within Douglas County, we are not a part of the Douglas County School District. We report to the Charter School Institute, which, as I mentioned, is the independent agency of CDE. So CSI ultimately serves as a partner and an authorizer for our charter. And they serve as a great partner and have provided a ton of support to our network of schools and really have a vested interest in our development as a school. And we can't speak more proudly of the partnership and mentorship role that they've served for us, especially in our Castle Rock school as we've launched off the ground. And back to our definition, though, we do provide associate's degrees while allowing students to pursue their high school diploma for free. So our charter and our specialization really focuses in on the development of college credit while in high school. So I'm going to dive into that, what that means here in the next couple of slides. And you can go ahead and read the bottom slide there if you like. But ultimately, we are a little bit different than a district school, and I encourage you all to research the differences between charter and district. Our charter allows us to specialize in our early college model, which you can see here on this slide what an early college is. So our early college means a secondary school that provides only a curriculum that is designed in a manner that ensures that a student who successfully completes the curriculum will have completed either an associate's degree, 60 credits, or a post-secondary credential. We are different than a concurrent enrollment program in that our curriculum is created to have students earn their college credits while pursuing their high school diploma. So it's a streamlined curriculum where students don't have to move out of their high school curriculum to earn the college credits. There's just a natural flow, a natural blending of the two high school and college programs there. Concurrent enrollment program is more of an a la carte option where students can, in addition to pursuing their high school diploma, then add courses to their to their curriculum for them to earn college credit in addition to the high school credits that they've earned. So I hope I've distinguished that a little bit different, or a little bit more clearly for you. And if you have questions, obviously we encourage you to ask. But our early college model, like I said, we take high school classes in preparation for college workload. Students have fewer high school classes because they are replaced by college classes. And so we'll dive into the details of that here as we continue on in the presentation. So one of the questions you might be asking is, how do we make this happen? You know, how are students able to earn associate's degrees while pursuing their high school diploma? And we do that through our 11 college partners. When a student at CEC enrolls at CEC, they will simultaneously enroll as a college student at one of our 11 college partners. And so our partnership with Arapahoe Community College is one we'll focus on in this informational session due to the proximity of the Arapahoe Community College campus in Castle Rock, which is about a mile away from our campus, located at 3565 Celestial Avenue. So the ACC Sturm Collaboration Campus is a great partnership that we have, and our students have the opportunity to pursue a variety of different pathways, college pathways, while they pursue their high school diploma. And so the Sturm Collaboration Campus is kind of an offshoot of the larger Arapahoe Community College program located in Littleton, which is kind of the mothership for their operation. The Sturm Collaboration Campus specializes in 3 particular career pathways. As you can see here, the health, technology, and business pathway, but they also specialize in the general pathway. And so depending on what a student wants to pursue, we could pursue a variety of different professional career and major options here. So I'm not going to dive into the specifics of the different pathways. I would encourage you to research those, but I will give an example. Let's say a student comes to CEC Castle Rock as a freshman and they enroll at CEC. We'll also have them enroll at Arapahoe Community College at the Sturm Collaboration Campus. And so they will have the opportunity to be students at both schools and receive and take courses of both schools. And the way we do that is we will actually teach the Arapahoe Community College campus course on our campus, on our CEC campus. So we have our college teachers certified to teach the ACC courses on our campus. And once a student graduates to our program and can no longer take courses through our CEC campus, they can take courses at the ACC campus. So if we don't offer a course that a student wants to take at the ACC campus, they will have the opportunity to take that ACC course. So I'll dive more into that, but just know that our students have the full menu of course offerings of the Arapahoe Community College, not just at Castle Rock at the Sturm Collaboration Campus, but through all of the ACC system and through the 11 college partners that we have a partnership with. So we'll get back into some of the curricular pieces of our program, but for a moment I just want to take a step back and call out some of the success that CEC Parker has experienced in their 5 years in existence. Very impressive achievements here, and I really call it out not only because we're proud of their achievements, but the fact is our Castle Rock school is being heavily influenced and modeled after the Parker School. So our hope is to create a same model to provide success for our students in community. But as you can see, the Colorado Early Colleges Parker is one of only 8 schools across Colorado to earn the Performance with Distinction rating by the Board of Colorado Charter School Institute by our authorizer CSI. This is based on the 2018-19 performance. We are performing better than 95% of the schools in Colorado and have the highest SAT scores in Douglas County. They're also 4-time winners of the John Irwin Award, 2-time winners of the Governor Distinguished Improvement Award, and a 2-time School of Distinction. 85% of the 2018 graduates earned honors or high honors upon graduation, and we have one of the lowest dropout rates in the state of Colorado. So a lot of success there. To continue on, not only are our students at Parker being successful academically during their time at Parker, they also have a higher college persistent rate than the average school. So that statistic is really geared towards students who, after their first year of high school, who return for a second year, right? So who's persisting through the program, and our students are persisting at a higher rate. In Parker, graduates are less likely to drop out of college between freshman and sophomore year. So our persistence rate in college is higher than the average of the Colorado at 79% there. Something else kind of fun to point out is where do our students attend, at least for Parker? And as you can see, we have students who attend a variety of different universities after earning their associate's degree on our campus. A lot of state schools reflected here. Obviously, we have the guaranteed transfer opportunities, so you see a lot of students interested in in-state schooling in higher ed. But we also have students who venture out of state. As you can see, University of Wyoming it is a little bit more popular. Montana State. Another one worth calling out is our School of Mines. Obviously a great STEM school with it located in our state, but 7.2% of all graduates from Parker attended the School of Mines. So pretty cool information there, and you can research that more if you like. Continuing on, some Colorado Early Colleges Network achievements include the fact that we've had 863 students who have graduated with a complete associate's degree. We've earned over 143,000 college credits. Roughly almost 2,000 students have graduated with some college credit. One that really sticks out to me is the $25 million in tuition fees and books fees that we've saved our students and families over the years. So obviously with college prices and college tuition rising, we have the opportunity to really provide our families something special with a free associate's degree, which can really alleviate that burden of student debt in a student's life. So that value right there in itself speaks for itself. In some of the achievements, as you can see, we've saved on average roughly $31,000 in college expenses per student. So a lot of cool information here and at a high level, and a lot to be excited about within our network. So I want to take a moment and get into our academic program. This is going to be an opportunity for us to dive deep into our program and hopefully answer some of the questions that you might be popping into your head at this point. So our academic program it starts off with our competency-based model, and what competency-based model means is we're meeting our students where they are in their journey. Okay, so it really kicks off with a placement test, and we're going to dive more into our placement testing. So when a student decides to attend CEC, they will take an AccuPlacer test, and that placement test will determine where they start in terms of the coursework they need to start to begin their academic career. So we'll dive into some examples of that here coming up, but we're really trying to meet our students where they're at. We are the opposite of a cookie cutter model where everybody's kind of placed into the same starting point. No, we don't want to do that. We understand that we have students starting college ready. We have students who are not quite college ready yet, and so we are able to provide the coursework and the support for students regardless of where they're coming in at, which makes our program very exciting. We do have accelerated classes, and so that is important to note because of the fact that we do want our students to earn Associate of Arts or Associate of Science degrees, or 60 college credits, or once again the post-secondary credential. To do that, it is really helpful to have the accelerated classes because it allows our students to complete high school credits at a quicker pace than a traditional high school student would, which ultimately allows them to become college ready quicker than a traditional student. So, for example, a class that would take a student a full year to complete, we will have the opportunity to complete that in a semester. And so we provide the support and the structure in our classes to make sure our students are successful, even though it's accelerated. We really just try to we have a very streamlined curriculum and a really skilled faculty that allows them to get that information and transfer that information over to our students to make sure that they have what they need to become college ready. And speaking of college ready, so we are a true college prep curriculum. So ultimately what we're doing is we design our high school curriculum to meet the needs of college readiness. So what our high school teachers are doing in our high school coursework, we're looking at our college coursework and the college objectives. And so we design our high school objectives to match the college, to make sure that our students, when they do transfer from high school to college, that they are ready to be college ready, and they are will have the opportunity to be successful. So we are backwards designing our curriculum for college readiness, which really helps make our students successful. We are student support centered. I mentioned that earlier, but we want to fill in gaps to achieve mastery. We're pursuing mastery. It's not easy and not always a fun process to achieve mastery, but we provide the support through tutorial support, individualized academic advising, and direct access to our faculty to make sure our students have the support necessary to be successful. We also provide a variety of student services, including individualized education, health plans, and accommodations. And then, as previously mentioned, we are big on academic support and tutorial support, and regardless of where a student is, whether they're going from a C+ to a B- or an A- to an A, or going from an A to an A+. We want to maximize our abilities, and we want to make sure our students are pursuing mastery. And the only way to do that is to coach them up and support them in their journeys. So this is really, emphasis to the point of, our students are successful. The way that happens is it really starts with not only our students' growth mindset and their high character, it is our instructional staff that really makes this happen. So we're excited. We have the opportunity to hire teachers who are not only high school teachers, but college teachers, college instructors. Multiple, almost half or more of our teachers are able to teach college coursework. So it's not uncommon for our students at CEC Castle Rock to, take their high school coursework with the same professor, same instructor that will teach them in college. Really helps them develop a great relationship with those students and teachers. Our teachers also are all vetted and approved by ACCC. So we have a high quality of teacher that comes onto our campus, and we provide instructional coaching and ongoing professional development for all of our teachers because they embody and have a vested interest in the growth mindset. And ultimately, what we do is we hire teachers. We're looking at their character first. And so we hire on character and organizational fit and cultural values. And then we look at competency, right? And so competency is highly important, and we're hiring high character, high competent teachers, but it's really a blend of those two items. There's not an emphasis on one over the other. Really, we want high character, highly competent instructors who have a vested interest in getting to know our students and able to teach them into college readiness at a high level. And speaking of college readiness, so this slide right here really describes our curriculum at a high level. So our high school coursework would be considered college prep, right? So we're teaching high school coursework on our campus, and we're also teaching college coursework on our campus. So high school coursework are your traditional high school courses that any high school student would take. And once they've completed that high school coursework, they will transition into college bridge coursework. That is college coursework that is offered on our campus and verified and certified by the Arapahoe Community College. So those are courses that we can offer on our campus. Ultimately, when a student gets, succeeds far enough into our program, they become a college select student where they would possibly take a course off of our campus at Arapahoe Community College or one of the other 10 partners that we have. And that is exclusive to students who are pursuing a course that is not offered on our campus. So these three buckets really embody all of the coursework that is taught on our campus. This is a quick slide on our graduation requirements for all of our CEC students. This is in line with all the high school requirements across the state. As you can see, 4 English credits, 4 math, 3 science, 3 social sciences, 0 to 2 languages, depending on your pathway, depending on whether you are pursuing a career pathway or an academic pathway. We also have a college and career readiness course, and we have elective coursework on our campus. College course offerings, they are ACCC, which is our main college partner, as previously said, and we are guaranteed transfer within the state with all of our campus partners. So speaking of our course offerings, this is a more detailed view into what we plan to offer in the fall of 2020. Of course, this is subject to change due to availability and student interest. However, just to give you a high-level overview, our coursework is focused on the traditional coursework in terms of English, math, science, social sciences, world languages. College and career readiness is a little bit different because we want to make sure our students are ready beyond their academic careers to succeed in their career. And then we also provide ample elective opportunity as well. Just to note, any course that is 060, 090, or 099 is a high school course. Anything with a 100 level is a college course. So, for example, let's say a student who comes to our campus takes the placement exam and is placed into English 099. They would start there in nonfiction reading and writing, nonfiction reading and writing, creative writing, excuse me. And that after completing that class, they would be college ready to begin their college journey in English with Composition 1 followed up by Composition 2 in the following semester. So you can just get a feel for the sequence of coursework that a student may take. Once again, this is not a cookie cutter model, and it really depends on each individual student. Same thing goes for math, a very similar progression through our curriculum as the English in terms of numbering. We provide science courses with high school science A and B, physics at the high school level, chemistry at the high school level, and then we will also offer chemistry, bio, and astronomy on our campus at the college level, social sciences at the high school level here, and then we'll also offer history and political science and economics at the college level on our campuses. We plan to pursue 2 world languages with Spanish and Chinese. As I mentioned, the college and career readiness course, and electives in the arts with theater, musical theater, music, and art. We also provide business at the college level. Ultimately, hope to have programming, and we'll have programming, robotics potentially. That is a potential in the spring, and we will have physical education as well. This slide is really a brief slide just to talk about the Academic Success Center. As we talked about, we're student support centered, and we want to make sure that our students have the support to do well in the course that they are working in. We do that through the iceberg illustration here, where you can see that we are really spending our time as an academic staff helping our students acquire everything below what you could see at the top of the iceberg. So things like persistence, failure, sacrifice, disappointment, dedication, hard work, and good habits, these things we are trying to instill: how to overcome disappointment, how to sacrifice maybe free time or sacrifice different interests for the greater good of your future interests, these types of things, trying to hone in and make sure our students are dedicated, that they're invested in working hard and have good habits. All of the non-cognitive pieces of academic success is what you'll see here. Ultimately, on campus, students with a grade below a 69 in any class, they are referred to our Ask Center. So they will be referred there, and our Ask Center will be staffed by our full-time staff during the off periods, and then also tutorial support that we have hired as well. So great opportunity to grow, and this is also an opportunity to call out the academic support at the Arapahoe Community College level, where students will have the opportunity to receive tutorial support and individualized academic advising at ACCC. In addition to our campus. So I want to take a moment to describe and discuss our academic advising process. Definitely one of the highlights of the whole program at CEC is the fact that our families and students have a minimum of 1 academic advising, 50-minute academic advising appointment once every semester, one-on-one with our academic advisor. A real cool benefit to our school is that we keep a very regimented and smaller caseload than a traditional district school. So our CEC advisors have a 130 student to advisor ratio, which is quite better than a traditional district school where you would possibly see up to 300 or more students per academic advisor. So we just have that opportunity to be a little bit more individualized, as we have discussed. That's really near and dear to our mission and our cultural values. Continuing on with our academic advising, you can see some of the differences between a traditional high school counselor and a CEC advisor. We talked about the ratio differences, but our academic advisors are also have the opportunity to dive in a little deeper in some areas that a traditional advisor might not be able to do that due to the smaller numbers. So they'll help our students in creating schedules, developing and meeting career and college goals, helping our students discover interests and career paths through assessments and in conversation. They also can assist the student with college applications, letters of recommendation, financial aid applications, transfer credit, and among a host of other items. And we also even have the opportunity to dive into the academic skill set in terms of time management and study skills, where we invest time through our AAA 101 course, which we'll discuss here. So once again, just to tell you a little about, we're going to develop class schedules. We'll advise our students on when the best time is to add or drop a class if that ends up happening. All of our students have a graduation plan through our ICAP. FourYear Plan will be discussed at each individual academic advisement meeting, which the parent is attend. So really want to highlight the fact that our students and families participate in academic advisement, and that's our expectation at Castle Rock, because statistics show that students with families heavily involved in the process typically do better and have options, more options at the college level. So just not to overshoot what we're doing here, but you get a sense of what our academic advisors do, and they're really instrumental to our student experience on our campus. So this opportunity to call out the differences between full-time versus part-time enrollment. And so as a full-time student, we would have the opportunity to have a full college prep schedule, or at least 7 college credit hours. Students receive $4,200 a year for tuition, or $2,100 a semester. You can see that some of the other differences where CEC-DC graduation requirements and student success plans are your course of study, and you are not allowed to enroll in another public high school, versus the part-time option, where a student would take fewer courses at the college prep level, or fewer courses at the college and college prep level, have a little less money there, half to be exact. For tuition allocation, we have a CEC-DC courses only on the transcript, no diploma or graduation ceremony, and students are able to enroll in other private or homeschool programs, depending on if they're a part-time student there. So you can see some of the differences. If you have questions between the difference between full-time versus part-time, we will definitely would love to speak with you. And our registrar and admissions leader, Shannon Miles and Mandy Jamison, would be the point people for those types of questions. Getting back to our FourYear Plan, though, once again, this is the instrument used by all of our academic advisors, and this gives a roadmap for our 4-year degree plan for all of our students. So you can see in this particular scenario, a student came in and earned no college credits in their first year, which is very normal in your first year in high school. In their sophomore year, they began taking college credit with English 121, and ultimately earned 9 college credits by their sophomore year. In their junior years, where they really turned it up a notch, and all of the courses that this particular student took were college level courses. Please note that these college courses also fulfilled high school degree requirements. And so as they were earning their high school degree requirements, they were racking in the college coursework as well, ultimately getting up to 36 credits of college coursework. And then in their senior year, the student was able to finalize and earn and achieve that goal of 61 credits by the time that they graduated with their high school diploma, which ultimately unlocks the opportunity to earn their Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, Associate of Applied Arts and Sciences. And so this conversation is is a conversation with our students. There's no one way to go through your college career. If a student does not want to earn an Associate of Arts and has no interest in continuing on their academic career beyond their high school diploma, they can earn an industry certificate, and that allows students the opportunity to take some certification coursework to begin their professional career right after graduating CEC Castle Rock. So if a student wanted to become a CNA, we would have them complete their CNA certification on our campus. That way, when they graduated high school, they can jump straight into their career as a CNA. So there's many examples of that, and our academic advisors are happy and willing and would love to speak with you all as you have questions about what specific academic or professional pathways you're interested in pursuing. I previously mentioned this slide here, the AAA 101 course. It's really a course designed to help our students get onboarded to college life and develop college skills, such as having a better understanding of oneself and managing themselves, learning and study skill habits, stress management, major and career exploration, and really just engaging with their peers and their faculty members. So a great elective course that all of our students will take to help them get onboarded and ready for college life. And so speaking of college life, our campus, although small and with fostering a sense of community, we really want our students to be active members of our high school campus, early college campus. And we do that through a lot of academic programming through student organizations, and then also opportunities to engage in the community. And so just a quick overview of some of the programs that CEC Parker currently has and that we plan to have in our Castle Rock school. Although I said we're a small school and maybe non-traditional in some ways, we still highly value that sense of community, and we'll have programming such as prom in high school. We'll have musicals and theaters, spirit weeks, talent shows, community service projects. Student groups will be left up to our faculty and students to identify which ones they want to pursue, but we anticipate there being a student council, an improv or drama club, National Honor Society, possibly host Cyber Patriots, possibly. Those are examples at the Parker School, and seemingly may translate to our Castle Rock School. But once again, some of these will be foundational, such as Student Council and NHS, where others will be left up to our students to pursue and our faculty. So very excited to create a new culture and provide programming that our students organically want to pursue. Our students can participate in sports at the high school level. We are not a CHASA sponsored school, and nor do we have CHASA sponsored sports on our campus, but we encourage students to play high school sports, and they would do that through their local district school, and we can help facilitate that with our academic advising, where we may in that situation just leave the last period of the day blank for our students so that they can leave campus a little bit early to get to their sport or extracurricular activity at the district school. So definitely would love to encourage that. We do have some fun student versus staff intramural sports, some student versus student intramural sports, but it will not be at that CHASA level. Our student service support programs, this is huge to our school success. We will have a dean of students who will oversee the safety and compliance of our school with the safety regulations, and really just have a solid emergency plan, right? And that is typically headed up by our dean of students. We receive a lot of support through the network with our safety planning as well. And we also have restorative justice practices where we involve our students oftentimes in the restorative justice process. We will also offer sources of strength, Colorado Crisis Services, Safe to Tell, all part of our wellness programming. Also, we'll have the opportunity to offer a laptop checkout on our campus. Our campus monitor will be a position where we'll be that person, the boots on the ground, who oversees the safety and culture development of our school. So somebody who is there day to day, maintaining the natural flow of our school operation, and somebody that we hope our students can engage with as we develop our culture on campus. Additional student support services include exceptional support, which entails all of the traditional exceptional support services, including IEP, 504, ELL, ALPs, and additional health plans. We plan to have Director of our Exceptional Student Services, Dr. Betsy Bash. We'll also have a school nurse available overseeing our campus, along with a health tech and a school social worker and special education teacher. So a lot of support in the exceptional support services on our campus. We will also provide bus and food. I know right now there's a little bit of uncertainty with the busing due to our health emergency. But as soon as that is hopefully, ultimately, we're able to continue on and that is resolved and we're back in our new normal, we will have more information about our busing program. And in addition to our food distribution, where we have a small kitchen in our school, food will be transported to our school on a daily basis, where it will be prepared freshly and high quality for our students, because we really believe in the healthy mind, healthy body philosophy. What you put in is what you're going to get out, and so we want to make sure our students are making good choices nutritionally to focus and achieve at a high level academically. Last topic here is admission and graduation. We talked a little bit about the admissions and enrollment team, but here's our opportunity to talk about that process. It's really a simple three-step process. If you have questions, though, we have people available, Shannon Miles and Mandy Jameson, who are available to help you through these process. It really begins with the initial student application for admissions, which includes, after that is completed by the family or the student, they'll receive an acceptance letter. In that acceptance letter, there will be an online registration link, opportunity to provide birth certificate or other qualifying documents, immunization documentation, a transcript, and a grade report. At that point, you'll receive a confirmation of completion, and then that will trigger our placement testing through AccuPlacer. That will also trigger you to complete your Arapahoe Community College application, and then ultimately you will be advised by our academic advisor on the courses you need to complete or to begin your academic journey. So please reach out if you have questions about the enrollment process. We'd love to help you. A quick call out of the AccuPlacer assessment, because this is the introduction to our academic programming. The placement services is offered nationally for students. It's a 2.5 hour on average computer-based test. Students will take a math placement and a writing placement, and at that point they will be referred to a specific course on our campus to take. If a student needs accommodations, please ask at least 2 weeks in advance. This slide right here is just our Douglas County graduation, and you can see how we've grown in Parker over the last 4 and 5 years. We anticipate this to continue to grow. Just cool to see that a number of associate's degrees are growing and will continue to grow as we continue on to develop our academic programming and as we get established in Castle Rock. So we'd love to keep communicating with you as you go through the process. Our weekly newsletters are sent via email to our currently enrolled students. If you are not currently enrolled, that is okay. We would encourage you to begin the initial student application, because that will trigger you to receive our newsletters as a future enrolled student. That'll include information about developments on our campuses, our teachers, our academic curriculum, our cultural developments on our campus, among many other items. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram for some fun programming, and as we develop our culture, it's one way to do that, especially in the virtual place that we're currently all living in. We also will have a parent group, Infinite Campus. We use Infinite Campus for attendance tracking and communication. Our students and families will all have access to current grades and assignments through Microsoft Teams, which is our platform that we use for communication and online and virtual remote learning. We will have daily bulletins and graduation progress communicated as well. So like I said, starting the initial student application is really key. It does not obligate anybody to anything in the process, but it does trigger more communication and opens up opportunities for academic advising, AccuPlacement, and among other services. So encourage you to do that. If you have any questions about our communication, please let us know. We are always available via phone and via our campus website. So this is traditionally where we would leave opportunity for you to, ask questions, but we would definitely just encourage you once again to call in and give us a call, and we'll happily answer any questions. There are also opportunities to engage us during live, synchronous, virtual informational sessions at this point, which can be found under our admissions tab on our website. We do those once a week, so if you can make that, it is typically 30 to 45 minutes with a Q&A at the end. So we would love to see you in the virtual place, hopefully in person, as we get closer to the school year. So we're all kind of just waiting for the clearance, but would love to see you all either virtually or in person. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you for viewing this informational webinar, and we wish you well. Thank you.